we make €30,000 a year, and the government says we're going to tax your wage 20%. Then we go, okay, 20% of 30,000, and if you put that in the calculator, you get 6,000. I'm meant to pay the government 6,000. However, there's something called a tax credit. Tax credit is the tax I'm not going to pay. So what do we do then? I get the 6,000 and do what? Take it away. So I'm not going to give the government €6,000. I'm only going to give them 2,700. So I started the year off with 30 grand, and then I'm going to give the government 2,700 of it. So how much do I have left? 27,300. That's a relatively handy question, isn't it? Provided you know what each word means. Okay, next part. If his weekly pay was €800, she got a pay rise of 5%. Work out her new wage. What are we going to do? 800 multiplied by 5% and add it on, don't you? Is it 40 quid, is it? And then 40 plus 800 is 840. Have a clue with that? All right. Is there part C to this? I don't think so. All right. Grant. How'd you get the volume of a cube? Length by width by, which is what? Which is 8 centimeters cubed. It's like a dice. How many faces is there on a dice? So it has 6 faces. Draw a net of a cube. What does a net mean? When you unravel it. Unravels like a box. There's 2 letters I asked you to memorize. What were the 2 letters? Big T and small t, whichever one you want to use. You can use big T or small t to answer this question. And there's only going to be 6 sides, isn't there? So look at this. Here we go. Ready? So it's going to be like, there's 1. And here's all we're going to do. I'm going to do 6 of these, am I? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. Here I'm going to arrange them, all right? Whoa. Going to arrange them. I'm going to use big T first. Here's big T. If you fold that up, it turns into a box. Does everybody get that? If you ever get a box at home and unravel it, even that box at the top of the classroom back there, if you unravel that, it goes into 6 different rectangles. If you unravel a perfect square box, it will go into 6 squares. What small t look like? Just that one there. It's like a cross, yeah? Big T, small t. They both work. We cool? All right. Next thing. All right, this one's a handy one. So recently, Leinster played in Croke Park, and if you're watching the match on TV, you'll notice that there's a lot of green area on the side of the pitch because basically a GAA pitch is much bigger than a rugby pitch. So we're going to figure out the area of the GAA pitch. How'd you get the area of the GAA pitch? 90 times 145? Is it 13,500? Oh, 13,050. All right. And the other one, which is the rugby pitch, is what, guys? Okay. So what's going to happen next, guys, is it's going to be 70 times 120, which is what? Take one of them away from the other one to see which one's bigger. Yeah, I should have put in meters squared, shouldn't I? And when you take them away from each other, it's 4,600, and that's handy, isn't it? Yeah, it's handy for you guys. All right. Now, we all good? Okay. We did that one. Done. All right. Is this the next question we have? Is the first one the horse one? Is that the first question? Oh, that was the first one already. All right. She bought a horse for €500. She took the horse for sale 3 years to have a value, but it did not sell. She recorded the values on the graph below. So every year, what's happening to the horse's value? How much? Now, okay, guys, use the line to join the points on the graph. So those points are already there, are they? So we're just going to use a line, are we? To there. Is that how far we went? We only went that far, right? Now, if the pattern continues, what's the horse worth in 2011? Let's just continue the line. What do we think for 2011? 300 quid, yeah? Okay. Now, next question. How much does the horse lose every year? €50. Melissa will sell the horse when it reaches 200 quid. If the pattern continues, what year will she sell the horse? Huh? Okay. So if I continue this down, when does it hit 200 quid? 2013, it hits 200 quid. So that is €200. Grant. Sorry, 2013, yeah? Grant. Handy. James bought a horse for €700 in 2007. His horse loses value at constant rates. It was worth €100 in 2011. Mark these 2 points on the graph. Okay. Graph's back here. Where's my first one? 2007 is worth how much? 700. What's the other part they gave me? 2011 is worth 100 quid. Yeah, its horse is losing its value a lot quicker. So it was more expensive initially, and then for some reason it lost its value a lot quicker. Okay. So we can see that his horse devalued a lot quicker, didn't it? It has a steeper slope, so it devalues quicker. Okay. It could have, yeah. Anything could have happened. Now, in what year will the two horses have the same value? When will they be equally expensive? Why is it 2009? Yeah, and it crosses, the two lines hit each other, don't they? Everybody see it's 2009? Okay. So what's the next one then? Value, year 2009, and what did you say the value was? 1200. Okay. Louise examines the graph and says, looking at the slopes of the line, I can tell which horse loses value faster. Explain in your own words what Louisa means. Any ideas? Yeah. The slope of the price is steeper, which means, who had the more expensive horse again? James, was it? The slope of James's horse's price is steeper, which means it loses value quicker. Is that all right? Makes sense, doesn't it? All right. We're on the last question now, are we? Grant. All right. Now, each of the 12 students in the table below is written on a piece of paper. Each student in the class picks 5 different numbers from these. Rory picks the following numbers. He says, my sample does not have a mode. Why is Rory correct? No number appears more than once. Is that right? It has to be the most common answer. So there is no most common answer. Do you know what I mean by there's no most common value, which means each number appears once. None of them are the most common. So there's no mode. All good? Okay. What's part B then? All right. The deal with Jen's one is my sample has a median of 19. Is 19 in the list? Pick two numbers smaller than 19. Any two numbers you want. 7 and 11. Okay. 2 and 3 is also correct. Pick any two numbers bigger than that. 31, 37. So there's my answer. 7, 11, 19. 7, 11, 19, 31, and 37. Any 5 numbers that has 19 as the middle, but the 5 numbers have to belong to the list above. Does that make sense? Somebody else had, was it 2, 3, 19? What other 2 numbers did you have? Any different numbers? 23, 31. That'll also work. Anything that fits the description. We cool? Okay. Huh? Let's do smallest to biggest. Who's the smallest? Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Huh? Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. What? No. Okay, guys. Who's the median? The median is the one in the middle. So here's how I do this. I mark the top, I mark the bottom. Oh. All right, guys, we're back. Literally have 20, 30 seconds left. Okay. Now, here we go. Write down the median mark. So I'm doing is I'm shading in the top and bottoms. Do you see that? And I'm just slowly making my way towards the center. And what we're actually going to see is that there's actually 2 middle numbers this time. Oh, no, actually, sorry, I'm wrong. There's 1 middle number. And the middle number is 20. Okay. Range is your top value. Take away your bottom value. Okay. So, lads, what's 30 take away 13? 17. Did they ask you for the mean next? Oh, no, they don't. Add 2 marks onto each of the student's marks. Find the new range. It's the same because you're going to turn 13 into 15 and you're going to turn 30 into 32. And they're still 17 apart. So it's still 17. Is that the last part?